My delusional boss thought she could destroy my reputation in our small town just to cover up for her creepy husband's infidelity. She truly believed that because she owned the only grocery store on the island. She owned me. She accused me of trying to steal her husband, a man old enough to be my grandfather, and tried to humiliate me in front of my own mother. But she made one fatal calculation error. She forgot that the store's financial manager is her own niece, who's been waiting for an excuse to take control of her rightful inheritance. I didn't just quit. I handed over the evidence that would drag them into family court and expose their entire dirty laundry list to the community. When she realized I wasn't just a minimum wage cashier she could bully, but the catalyst for her divorce. The look on her face was priceless. Watch how this entitled Karen instantly regret crossing me. But before we watch her empire crumble, hit that subscribe button if you think cheaters deserve to get caught every single time, and smash the like button to charge up the instant karma for OP. Let's see if we can hit 5,000 likes for justice ready. Let's get into the story. I 22NB need to set the scene so you understand why the situation felt like a prison. I live on a tiny island community with a population of less than 3,000. It's one of those places where everyone knows everyone's business, and privacy is just a word in the dictionary that nobody uses. Jobs here are non-existent. You either wait tables, fish, or you work at the market. I chose the market. It was a standard minimum wage cashier job. Or at least, that's what the contract said. In reality, because there were only 10 employees total, I was the janitor, the stalker, the IT department, and the emotional punching bag. I wasn't enthusiastic about the job. I hated the 6 o'clock a.m. shifts, the smell of stale produce, and dealing with the community members who were usually old, slow, and incredibly entitled. I was doing all of this for a paycheck that was literally less than the cost of a Nintendo Switch. But I'm autistic and I thrive on routine. I was just starting to get the hang of the rhythm scan, bag, fake smile, repeat. Enter my boss. Let's call her Linda. Linda is the definition of entitled. She walks around the store like she's the CEO of a Fortune 500 company, barking orders and micromanaging the way I stack cans of beans. She's constantly talking about her business empire and her net worth, which is hilarious because the roof leaks every time it rains. Then there's her husband, Gary. Gary's in his late 60s, creepy, and usually found in the back deli packaging meats. Now, I need to be crystal clear about something. I am very autistic. I struggle to pick up on social cues. I'm incredibly awkward. I already have a girlfriend, and I am 0% interested in men, especially married men who are older than my father. I had never even spoken to Gary. I wouldn't touch Gary with a 10-foot pole. But in Linda's twisted, delusional mind, I was a femme fatale out to wreck her home. And the storm she was brewing was about to make landfall. It was Monday morning. The air was cold, and I was already dreading the shift. My mom dropped me off at 6:50 a.m. I was unbuckling my seatbelt, mentally preparing to deal with the morning rush, when Linda came storming out of the automatic doors. She didn't just walk, she marched. She looked like a bulldog chewing a wasp. She came right up to the passenger side window where I was sitting. My mom rolled down the window, smiling. "Good morning. Linda, how are you?" Linda cut her off, screaming, "You need to control your child." My heart hammered against my ribs. I felt that cold sweat prickle on my palms. I had no idea what was happening. "Excuse me," my mom asked, her smile vanishing. "Don't play dumb," Linda shrieked, pointing a manicured finger at me. I saw what happened on Saturday, making passes at Gary right in front of everyone. It's disgusting. He's a married man. I sat there frozen. My brain was trying to buffer. Saturday internal monologue Saturday. I was delivering stickers to the meat packaging machine. The machine is by my register. I walked back and forth. I looked at the floor. I put stickers on ham. That was it. "Linda?" I stammered, my voice shaking. "I haven't spoken to Gary, ever. I was just delivering labels." "Liar," Linda yelled. Spittle actually hit the window frame. "I saw the way you looked at him. You were flirting. I had to fire a girl before for this exact same thing, and I won't hesitate to do it again. I'll give you one more chance. But keep your eyes to yourself. My mom, bless her soul, went into mama bear mode. Linda, my child is autistic, awkward, and gay. They are not hitting on your geriatric husband. You are being ridiculous. Linda huffed, crossing her arms. I sent an email on Saturday telling them Gary is my husband. Why did they reply thanking me? It was sassy, it was suspicious. I thanked you for the clarification because I didn't know who he was. I cried out, just get inside and do your job, Linda hissed, then turned and stomped back into the store. My mom turned to me, her face pale. This is a giant red flag. That woman is unhinged. If it gets bad, you text me immediately. I walked into the store, legs shaking like jelly. I felt sick. I just wanted to do my job, earn my $230 and go home. But Linda wasn't done. For the first 4 hours of my shift, Linda launched a campaign of psychological warfare. She hovered. I was restocking the bread shelf, trying to make the rows perfect to calm my anxiety, and she appeared behind me. Stop pretending, she whispered, loudly enough for a customer to hear. I'm just stocking bread. Linda, I said, not making eye contact. You and your mom are liars, she continued. I know what I saw. Stop looking at the back room like he's not interested in a child. I am looking at the bagels, I snapped, instantly regretting it. Don't give me attitude, she sneered. I'm watching you. It was a nightmare. Every time I looked up, she was staring at me from the office window with pure hatred. But the weirdest part, Gary was staring at me on Thursday. I had noticed him watching me while I was cleaning the counters. I ignored it because I thought he was just zoning out. Now, putting two and two together, my stomach churned. He was the creep. She was the enabler. By the time my shift ended, I was on the verge of a panic attack. I grabbed my bag, ready to sprint out the door. When Sarah stopped me, Sarah is the financial manager of the store. She's Linda's niece, but she's normal. Actually, she's more than normal. She's smart. She's the only reason the store hasn't gone under. She pulled me into the break room and closed the door. She looked exhausted. Oh, Pete, are you okay? She asked. No, I said, my voice trembling. Linda accused me of, I know, Sarah interrupted, rubbing her temples. She's been ranting about it all morning. Listen, I need to tell you something. I already chastised my aunt for her unprofessionalism. I saw the email thread. You did nothing wrong. She lowered her voice. If you want to resign, I understand completely. I honestly wouldn't blame you. This past incident is a hot mess. I looked at her, confused. She said she had to fire someone before because of this. Sarah sighed, a heavy, burdened sound. That's the lie she tells herself. A few months ago, Gary actually did cheat on her with a previous employee. Someone caught them in the back by the deli doing things. Linda didn't fire the girl because she was flirting. She fired her because Gary got caught. My jaw dropped. She's projecting, Sarah continued. Gary is a serial cheater. Linda's so terrified of losing her status as the perfect wife of the community that she attacks any young person Gary looks at. She's slandering you to protect a predator. Rage. Pure white-hot rage replaced my anxiety. I wasn't just an employee to Linda. I was collateral damage in her sad, twisted marriage. She was willing to destroy my reputation on this small island just to keep her delusion alive. I'm quitting, I said. I can't do this. I know, Sarah said. She looked at me with a strange intensity. And honestly, you should putting this in writing. Make sure you mention hostile work environment and slander. I handle the legal paperwork for the store. If this goes to family court or a labor board, let's just say Linda's position as the owner isn't as secure as she thinks. The building actually belongs to my grandfather's trust. I'm the trustee. Bingo. Sarah wasn't just comforting me, she was handing me ammunition. She was the golden child of the family who actually held the power, while Linda was just playing pretend. I left the store and got into my mom's car. I told her everything. She's protecting a cheater. My mom was furious. Oh, absolutely not. We are nuking this bridge. We went to get boba tea to calm down, and then we sat at the kitchen table and drafted the resignation email, and it wasn't polite. It was a legal document disguised as a goodbye. To management, effective immediately, I am resigning from my position due to the hostile work environment created by the owner. Linda, her baseless accusations regarding her husband, Gary, constitute slander and harassment. I have been informed of the history regarding Gary's previous infidelity with staff members. It is clear that Linda is creating a retaliatory environment to cover for her husband's predatory behavior. I will not be a scapegoat for your marital issues. I have CC'd Sarah, the financial manager and trustee, on this email. Do not contact me again. I hit send. I felt the weight of the world lift off my shoulders. I lost a paycheck that couldn't even buy a Switch. But I kept my dignity. 30 minutes later, my phone buzzed. A notification from Linda. It was a wall of text. I saw the preview. How dare you speak to me like that? You ungrateful. I gave you a job when nobody else would. I didn't even open it. I swiped it away. I was too tired for her delusional ramblings. But I knew one thing: Sarah had read my email, and Sarah held the keys to the kingdom. Update 3 months later. I know you guys love a good dose of karma, so here's what happened after I sent that email. For about a week, it was radio silence. I enjoyed my unemployment, played video games, and actually started looking into remote data entry jobs so I wouldn't have to deal with the island locals. Then I ran into Sarah at the gas station. She looked different, lighter, happier. She saw me and hurried over. OP, I've been meaning to text you. Hey Sarah, I said. Is Linda still on the warpath? Sarah laughed, a genuine belly laugh. Linda isn't at the store anymore. My eyes went wide. What? Your email was the final straw, Sarah explained. I showed it to the rest of the family trust. We've been worried about Linda's management and Gary's behavior, for a long time, but we never had written proof of a hostile work environment that could open us up to a lawsuit. Your resignation letter gave us that. She leaned in, lowering her voice. We triggered a clause in the inheritance trust, mismanagement and liability risk. We removed Linda as the manager. I'm running the store now. No way, I gasped. It gets better, she grinned. Since Linda lost the store income, the power dynamic at home shifted. Gary, he didn't stick around to support his grieving wife. He was caught, and I mean caught with a tourist at the local bar last weekend. Linda finally filed for divorce. So let's recap. Linda tried to bully me, an awkward 22-year-old, because she was insecure about her cheating husband. She ended up providing the evidence her niece needed to take the business away from her. She lost her business. She lost her husband, good riddance. She lost her reputation in town because Sarah made sure everyone knew why I quit. I'm currently working a remote job that pays double what Linda paid me, and I don't have to smell raw meat or deal with entitled boomers. Linda is currently working part-time at the ferry ticket booth. I see her sometimes when I go to the mainland. She looks miserable. She tries to stare me down, but I just smile and wave. She wanted to teach me a lesson about respect. Instead, she learned a hard lesson about instant karma. Don't mess with the quiet ones. We keep receipts. Would you have sued for harassment, or was watching her life fall apart enough revenge? Let me know in the comments.